Good morning, everybody. It has been a long time since I've made a rant video, so it's gonna be a rant video. Get ready. I'm gonna save the heated parts for the end. Just got done doing cardio. I'm all sweaty right now. Feel fired up. Let's dive in. I want to talk about competition, competitors. You know, when I think of competitors, I think of like three categories, like right now in my life. First, those are competitors with regard to like natural bodybuilding. So I prep for competition. I stand on stage next to some amazing athletes that put in the work, put in the effort, and they look freaking amazing. All right, like we're all doing the same thing. There's just so much camaraderie behind there. Like I'm friends with everybody I've ever competed with. Like we'll still message. You know, it's been a year and a half since I've stepped on stage. We'll still message each other. We'll still tag each other and stuff. I freaking love it. Like we're friends. There's camaraderie there. Backstage, we're like helping each other be the best they can be. You know, like if somebody needs something, we'll get it for them. Like there's just camaraderie behind doing hard shit. And there's so much to be said for that. You want them to win. You want them to be the best they could be. But then you want to just beat the hell out of them. You want to win and have like no close competition. Like you want to just be the best you could be. You want them to be the best they could be, because you want to earn, you want to earn that first place title. You want to earn the right to say that you were the best athlete at that moment. So I love that. I freaking love it. You know, that is like a healthy competition. It rises momentum. I mean, it just, everybody feeds off of it in a positive way. It pushes you to be harder. When I'm in a contest prep, I'm thinking about, you know, somebody's working harder than me. I gotta take it to the next level. I always have that in the back of my mind, and like that just continues to compound over and over and over throughout the contest prep. You know, for 4 months, for 5 months, for 6 months, so that by the time I step on stage, it's like freaking animal. I mean, like I'm on a whole nother level because it just compounded that entire time. And I love that. Like it just benefits me in so many ways. And I'm sure the same is true with a lot of other different sports. You know, whatever your sport is, I'm sure, you know, the competitive nature is there and you just crave that. The other, actually on that note, have you ever seen the movie Seabiscuit, you know, the horse racing movie? There's a scene where Seabiscuit is in the lead against War Admiral, which is another great horse who was poised to win that race, but he didn't. Seabiscuit won, obviously, but he was ahead and he pulled him back. The jockey pulled the Seabiscuit back so that he could look eye to eye with his competition, and then from that moment he took off like a lightning bolt. And he had that competitive nature, and that was just intensified by looking into the competitor's eye and knowing that this is it, this is the moment you train for, no holding back, let's just go. And I try and foster that type of mentality whenever I'm doing a contest prep, whenever I'm doing anything. And I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. The second type of competition that I think of is in terms of like, from a business standpoint, with regard to Keto Savage as a brand and me being an influencer in this space, me pumping out content and just, you know, speaking at conferences. I look at myself as a brand, and I'm doing everything I can to market that brand well, provide great content, put myself out there, educate others, and other people are doing the same thing. And that's also got a very healthy competitive aspect behind it. Like I look at, you know, somebody else is doing something great, so I got to do something great, you know, and that's healthy. It, like the term, you know, rising tide raises all ships, and I truly believe that with regard to, you know, this space in particular, like the keto space. Everybody genuinely is in it for the right reasons. I think there are some that aren't, but most people are in it for the right reasons, and I do everything I can to support them, see them grow. I mean, like look at Danny Vega. Danny Vega and I are like best friends, but we're like super competitive. I mean, we're just competitive by nature, but we genuinely want the best for one another. But I'm gonna push him to be better. He's gonna push me to be better. Push me to be better. So it's a good thing. Can't talk today. That cardio's getting me fired up. And I love that. Freaking love it. And if you take it one step further into like the food business, like the keto brick business, there's other competitors in this space as well that I genuinely want the best for. Anybody that's producing a food product for like the low carb, higher fat audience is technically a competitor of mine. You know, I look at like F-Bombs, Ross and Kara at F-Bombs, amazing people. They helped me so much when I first started this business. They were giving me insight as to like what kind of shipping software I use, what kind of packaging I should do, They gave me leads as far as like just so many things, and I'm like forever grateful for that, because here I am tapping into the same audience that they're, you know, marketing towards, and they're helping me be the best that I can be, and that speaks very highly of them, and I have utmost respect for them. And there's so many different, you know, keto products popping up now, but again, the same concept holds true, that a rising tide, you know, raises all ships. So I want nothing but the best for them. It pushes me to be better and market Keto Brick harder and be the best I can be with that. There's another type of competitor. Well, so let me preface this shift right now. Everybody I've talked to thus far, every type of competitor I've talked to thus far, I have utmost respect for. They push me to be better. They push me to be hungrier, and I just freaking appreciate it. The other competitor are those that they're just lazy. Let's be honest with each other here. It's been brought to my attention that there's several companies out there that are literally copying the Keto Brick, like almost exactly. Like they might change the shape of it slightly. They might put some maltodextrin in there to make it cheaper to produce, but for the most part, it's the Keto Brick, and everybody knows it's the Keto Brick. And that's competition too. But I have zero respect for those people. And I'll tell you why. They have no creativity, they're lazy, and they have no work ethic. Lazy and no work ethic, basically the same thing. I have worked my ass off to make and create what I've built thus far. Crystal has as well. And for somebody to come and like have the audacity to see what we're doing, recognize that it's working and is effective, and then just knock that off almost verbatim and try and jump into the market with the same thing, speaks very little of them. And you know who you are, and if you're watching this, know that I'll look you in the eye and tell you, you're a piece of shit. That's just how it is. And I don't mean that to be negative or portray myself in like a petty way by any means, but you can't know, and you have no perspective. Like, you have no idea what it's gonna take to be successful with this if you are that short-sighted. So if you are one of those people and you are listening to this, know that I'm going to beat you. You are going to fail because you're not me, and you're trying to be me. You're trying to be the person that I've made myself over years of sacrifice and heartache, and you can't emulate that overnight. So do what you gotta do. Take my recipe, freaking call me. I'll send it to you verbatim. I'll tell you the exact macros, the exact ingredient layout. I'll tell you how to produce it. And I'll give you everything at my fingertips so that you've got every fighting chance to be the best you can be with it. And you'll still fail. And the reason is because you have no idea what it's gonna take to succeed with this, because you're taking the short-sighted approach to make a quick buck, and you can't do that in this game, honestly. I mean, you will fail, so go for it. I have no time for you. On that note, the reason I'm successful in the first place, y'all, is because I've put in the work to build a relationship with y'all. Like, y'all watching this video right now, there's a relationship here. Whether you love me or hate me, you watch my videos because you get something out of it. And I appreciate your time more than you can possibly realize. And you can't build that overnight. Like, you can't copy my product and then gain my following. It just doesn't work that way, because you haven't built the story behind it. You don't have any foundation. So I don't want to sound too salty here, but let me just make this whole full circle here by, if you've been here from the beginning, you've seen what I've gone through, you've been with me, you support it, I owe you my everything. I owe you my all. I have so freaking much respect for you that I can't even begin to verbalize that onto the camera. If you're just not coming in and you're trying to steal what I've built, and I'm not just talking about the Keto Brick, but just anything. It's like, if you're just words of wisdom for you starting in business, like, I'm doing you a favor right here. Don't be so short-sighted that you sacrifice all your integrity to make $1 at the gates, because that is not worth it. It's just not. It's just not. So that's my rant on competition, competitors. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you if you support me. I love if you don't support me. I love all my competitors. I love all my followers. I love all y'all. You push me to be better. And if you're there against me, I'm gonna be better than you, and I'm gonna walk by you smiling. So keep doing what you're doing. So That's all I gotta say. That's my rant for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I didn't rub anybody that didn't deserve its feathers the wrong way. So, see you next time.